What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your pre-market watch list. Ideally, what we're going to do here is run you through some of the most popular stocks people are talking about so far this morning. So we'll go ahead and start here with the stock CLSN. So CLSN has got some news this morning about fast track designation for ovarian cancer. So they got some news regarding the FDA and approval and things of that nature. So either way, stock's up. You can see it ran all the way from $1.80 up to $3.24. Pretty much just been sitting here consolidating sideways, not really doing a whole lot, being kind of confusing. I am going to be slightly bearish this stock going into the open. I feel like it wants to pull back a little bit. The only issue I have with being bearish on this one for right now is that it didn't really hit a big long-term resistance mark where it started to stop pre-market. This is kind of like a half deviation zone. So either way, CLSN got some pretty good news this morning. This is something we're probably going to be watching bearish going into the open. So if you were planning on being bullish, just an FYI, we're planning on being bearish. And maybe looking for something back down towards this pre-market dip or down towards this pre-market dip here. It's got a 20 million share float, I'm pretty sure, something around there. So it doesn't move extremely fast like a low float stock. It doesn't have, a dollar range per candle. It's normally going to be a few cents per candle. So have your expectations in line with CLSN. It's not meant to be a stock that runs like $1 in a candle. It's supposed to go 5-10 cents per candle, given how the float works on the stock. So CLSN, one of the most popular this morning. Next one on the list is RETO. So this is another stock that's popular this morning. Granted, this thing's moving on no news. So again, it's kind of a head scratcher for me. Whenever we get these random penny stocks moving, they have no news and they're going up, I always get a little confused. I usually just avoid them because I don't understand them as much. So here we have the stock RETO running, no news. To me, makes no sense. Then again, this is the market. It doesn't have to make sense. So looking at some of the long-term view here on RETO, we would basically say this thing is overbought with a potential price target on the way back down to $1.60. And then let me check the daily chart here. Yeah, so targets on this are $1.50 to $1.60 on the way back down, unless some very unique news comes out on the stock today to justify why it's going up. I feel as if a good portion of the market is going to try to sell this stock back down. So again, when it comes to RETO, just play this one, with intraday technicals. It doesn't have any news. So again, it's very confusing as to why it's actually going up. So unless there's some news from like Google or Seeking Alpha or MarketWatch or somewhere in the internet that I'm unaware of, again, I have no idea why this is going. But definitely of some of the most popular stocks here today. So keep an eye on RETO. There's really nothing to go off of in terms of price action. Maybe if you go back a couple years, you might be able to do something, but that's so far back. Looking at a 3-year chart, I would say the price is not going over 5 today. So I'll just say $5 is maximum price target for RETO for right now until the intraday channel is above the $5 mark. So unless this blue line gets above this $5 mark, $5 is the max for me on RETO today. All right. Okay, moving forward on to the next thing is going to be, what was it? Where was that one? This is something I want to talk about. CAN. So this stock has been running like really, really well over the past couple weeks. So you can see CAN, flag, breakout, all the way at 25. Given how it's set up right now, we would normally suggest that this is where the market's going to try to sell this stock a little lower. If you see, we've gone all the way up. We've got overbought over the blue. We pulled back to the blue. Then we bounced, put in a new high. If you look at the RSI, it's diverging. So this is a common, formation on RSI and stock chart pattern to signify we might have a little bit of a pullback coming. So if you're somebody who's been following CAN and you like it, you know, we're currently in a setup that would suggest that we do have some bearish momentum, maybe just around the corner. So again, do be a little careful on that with how high the price has gone in the amount of time it's taken to get there. It's a little volatile. It's a little risky in terms of where it's at on the long side. So if you're following CAN, just more of like a heads up to be a little bit cautious because you do have a bearish divergence going into that new high. This is a stock that just came on the scanner. No, low volume, no point. All right, so those are kind of like the couple main things a lot of people are watching today. There was also a couple other random penny stocks that moved today, like XELB, but that went straight up, came straight back down. Typically, you wouldn't think that's going to have a gigantic move. ATIF was another penny stock today, went straight up, coming right back down. When they do that, you typically would think, all right, that's probably not going to have the move. The only thing so far that's been holding up is CLSN, which I thought would end up going lower out of the gates. So we'll see. Like I said, it's not off any really, really big resistance, CLSN. So it still has the potential to maybe go higher because, as I said before, we're not off of any super big resistance with CLSN on the daily chart or the long-term charts, which still makes me think we could see this move a little higher. But for now, I'll be playing on CLSN bearish. So those are really all the stocks we're keeping an eye on today. You know, maybe there's something else out there, but for now, that's really where my eyes are at on the market, CLSN, RETO. And that's all we have for you today, guys. All right, so hope you guys liked the video. Hope you learned something new, and I'll catch you guys on the next watch list. Take care.